Should we start? No? Ladies first?
No, say it, because I think it sounds really nice with your accent.
What, Archwell Audio?
Yeah.
Archwell Audio.
I mean...
Really?
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Today is December 6, 2025. It is 5:12 a.m. I have a lot to share with you. I'm probably gonna have several videos. I may not record all of them. So let's go on Twitter. We're gonna talk about Netflix. There are some stuff regarding Netflix that I have. First tweet. Okay. Netflix acquired Warner Brothers, including its film properties and TV division, HBO Max and HBO, and a $82.7 billion deal. As ever by Meghan and brother men are about to reach new heights in their partnership with at Netflix. And I love that for royalists. Okay. Oh, I put this twice. Let me I bookmark my comment someplace. Let me pause for a second. Make sure I don't have it twice on the list. There, my son is up. He's going to be making noise. It's Saturday, but he has to get up. He's going to take a test. All right, so I remove it. It was right next after this. Okay, I think the extra coins Netflix able to possess is to acquire these other platforms are due to the Sussexes. My household still has Netflix only because of me. Hubby watch every movies that he likes on Netflix. He wanted to subscribe to another streaming. I said, no, there's the laugh here. Only one streaming, and that's Netflix. There's me here, yes. UK Media, Internal Meltdown, and 10-9, the cut down. Okay, you may not like it, but accept it. All right, I'm very much here for this. There's the clap. Oh, but I thought Meghan's association with Netflix will ruin them. You know, with all the boycotting that was threatened, LOL, OMG, a massive deal. Meghan and Harry are blessed, OMG, proper blessed. I think it's because of Meghan stuff. The squad who watching her things and as ever with Love Meghan and all of that. Yeah, I think, I'm telling you, Meghan should get a huge cut from that. The moment Netflix drop Meghan, I'm out. They could keep Harry, but I'm out. Because literally my husband is really want to get Netflix out of the way. All right, thank God. The Saudis were going to get that deal last I heard. Happy for Harry and Meghan. That's good and big news. My thought exactly. Let's go. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Sussex Squad T. Okay, let me pause this. Anyways, how's the squad doing today? I heard Kama made a couple stops and took a foot and some hair follicles with her. Okay. The foot part here is making reference to Meghan's father. So that will be on another video, probably on IP Team Sussex. The hair follicle, probably one of the leftovers. I didn't put anything on the list regarding that. So that's the squad sending their bad signal, letting people know there's something going on. Okay, that's a different language here. We are minding our business and letting Kama mind hers. You're right. Okay, a different language as well. What the hell? Sour Vine and Duke of Mexico. Oh, something went to Sour Vine. I thought it was Mambo. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Papi. Oh, well, it is what it is. Okay, there's me asking what happened. Okay, so now I got an idea of what happened. Let me Google it. Trying to figure out what I'll be having for lunch later today. After this, that's it. It's just the squad making fun, they minding their own business. Let karma does its thing to the leftovers who've been bothering Harry and Meghan. All right? Oh, you bad girl. That's the laugh, yeah? Okay, I beg her to put the wig back on. That was scary. The last video that I just finished edit, someone put a GIF of random people in New York City standing in a subway and then pulled the wig off. So someone must have done something in Salvine. Okay. So that's, I didn't see it, but I'm putting one and one together by reading different tweets because the squad be talking in code. They follow them, but I don't. Them meaning the leftovers. Okay, as for Daddy, first he lost a foot, then it was a leg. He was knocking on death's door. Now he's resting comfortably out of danger. The paps are camped at his hospital to pull Princess Diana if Meg shows up. Yeah, I mentioned it on my last... In one comment, I mentioned it and said, look, one thing Meghan should not do is to not be physically over there, because the kind of positivity that's happening with her project, they do not like it. These people are freaking evil. And it's so coordinated. The moment the positive thing is happening, they create a chaos. And if the father is lying, he is a huge baggage for God. I rebuke anyone trying to stand in Miss Karma's way. She has many appointments that she needs to deal with expeditiously. Let me see. There's something I respond. Okay. I don't have I'm gonna add this in this video because this is something I responded to regarding the father. The halfling is now spiraling and demanding that Meghan, who halfling said was broke, must now send a private jet to the Philippines and take Senior back to the United States. So there's me here. One thing Meghan must never do is to be physically in his or their presence, and most importantly, to not initiate any level of care. Why? Because if Meghan initiate anything, Meghan must complete it. Meaning that, let's say she said, I'm going to help you to figure this out. So she has to follow through. Okay? Which is going to take time of her personal time to deal with him. That's why I said that. Rather, if Meghan is willing to help, ask what he needs and provide it. Let's say, okay, I need to get to the United States. I don't have money. Okay, I'll pay. It doesn't have to be a private jet. Who the hell? Heavy travel commercial. Okay, I'll book you a ticket from wherever to wherever you want to go. And that's it. Okay, physical presence is a no-no. Trust is the key. Remember that video that I did back in 2020? It has been done before. This is the thing they're playing around with. Okay? So, let me put this on the list and I'll go to the next tweet after that. Next tweet. Meghan's show with Love Meghan Holiday Celebration is a great success. Netflix top 10 worldwide. Princess Lili's dress sold out. Meghan's Harper Bazaar cover sold out. And her limited edition As Ever chocolate bar sold out too. All this in just 1 week. This is the thing that driving these leftovers crazy. Okay, the success. They did not want her to be successful. Not just her, the Sussexes in general. Her and Harry. They wanted them to suffer.
Driving us out into the fields, asked about Meg. Not with great interest, just casually. Still, he didn't always ask, so I was pleased. She's good, thanks. Does she want to carry on working? Say again. Does she want to keep on acting? Oh, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I expect she'll want to be with me, doing the job, which would rule out Suits, since they film in Toronto. I see. Well, darling boy, you know there's not enough money to go around. I stared. What was he banging on about? He explained, or tried to. I can't pay for anyone else. I'm already having to pay for your brother and Catherine. I flinched. Something about his use of the name Catherine. I remembered the time he and Camilla wanted Kate to change the spelling of her name because there were already 2 royal ciphers with a C and a crown above. Charles and Camilla? It would be too confusing to have another. Make it Catherine with a K, they suggested. I wondered now what came of that suggestion. I turned to Willie, gave him a look that said, "You listening to this?" His face was blank. Pa didn't financially support Willie and me and our families out of any largesse. That was his job. That was the whole deal. We agreed to serve the monarch, go wherever we were sent, do whatever we were told, surrender our autonomy, keep our hands and feet inside the gilded cage at all times, and in exchange the keepers of the cage agreed to feed and clothe us. Was Pa, with all his millions from the hugely lucrative Duchy of Cornwall, trying to say that our captivity was starting to cost him a bit too much? Besides which, how much could it possibly cost to house and feed Meg? I wanted to say, she doesn't eat much, you know, and I'll ask her to make her own clothes, if you like. It was suddenly clear to me that this wasn't about money. Pa might have dreaded the rising cost of maintaining us, but what he really couldn't stomach was someone new dominating the monarchy, grabbing the limelight. Someone shiny and new coming in and overshadowing him, and Camilla. He'd lived through that before and had no interest in living through it again.
So this is not what's happening. So they are upset and they're creating, manufacturing issues to distract Meghan. Okay? So there's that. Pointing down here, and there's the clap. Meghan Markle's holiday special hit Netflix top 10 worldwide. The 56-minute Netflix special, launched December 3rd, reached number 10 globally by December 4th, with strong showing in the UK, Canada, and Ireland. Guests like Naomi Osaka joined for a craft, while chef Tom Colicchio, sorry if I pronounce his name wrong, and Will Gadera helped with festive recipes, and friends Kelly Zafran and Lindsay Ross added to the warmth. Fans praised the joyful family moment and Harry's supportive cameo, though some critics call the activities forced and uninspired. Who do you think is that? The Derangers. The squad liked it. I liked it. I watched it. Actually, later today I'm gonna watch it again. Its quick short climb reflects holiday curiosity about Meghan's personal take on the season. This story is a summary of posts on X and may evolve over time. Okay, so that's that. What a year it's been for the Sussexes. Harry was so endearing and funny on the Stephen Colbert's Late Show. She did write 2025 in the Sun, that's for sure. Meghan is making a habit of selling out everything she promotes, true. Her entrepreneurship is blessing to her household and others. Job created productivity for other businesses. When love it for Duchess of Sussex. This is an ad. I'm probably gonna get flagged for it. I have to put a screenshot. It was playing in the background. I didn't look. Okay, bottom up, whatever's on the screen. Well done, Meghan. There's a clap or praying. Thank God. Yes, winning. Thanks for sharing great news. She deserves every ounce of it. Go Meghan and Harry. I tried to get the chocolate, but that sold in a blink of an eye. Meghan is a winner. Everything she touches turns to gold. Okay, next tweet. I want this video to be quick. So this is a behind the scene. Okay, I don't know if the squad took it from IG. Let me pause. A little behind the scene video with Love Meghan Holiday Special from Meghan. There's the heart here. Quote, so much love for this crew and the magic we create together. Happy holiday, Meghan. If there's a music, I'm gonna mute. You know what? Let me just go through it like that so I don't have to keep on creating screenshots. Oh, so there's the crew. Oh, so that's where the squad gathered. I mentioned this as a screenshot someone shared in one of the tweets that I already posted in a video. Is there music? Let me see. Yeah, there's a music, so forget that. All right, I remember her saying the crew was like 80 deep. Wow, she was not lying. And my goodness, what a wonderful group, because team no leaks. Just lovely. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. All right. Wait a minute. Meghan's holiday special is top 10 in the UK. There's the laugh here. I want to be this irrelevant too. All right. So the UK. Where's UK? Right here, number 7. All right. Everything she does is supported well in the UK, unlike the royal family who always flap in their own country. The jealousy is real. No wonder royal family worked so hard to force Harry and Meghan to stay away. Imagine how humiliating William and Kate will feel if Meghan and Harry are giving free access in the UK and get overwhelming support. There's the laugh here. I realized that the tabloid and the Rangers work hard to give the impression a lot of people hate them when it's not true at all. You see, Heavy did say it at one point, really maybe a couple of years ago, where he said something. I sure have that video, but I don't know where it is. Where he said, I think it was during an interview, where he said, the tabloid is racist, but not UK. Even though, we cannot put everything under the same umbrella, but Harry defend the people of the UK to say, no, it's not the people, it's the tabloid. Okay, some of you might remember, because if I find it, I'll put the video, but I don't think I have it.
I think, again, what people are starting to understand now is that a royal source is not an unknown person. It is the palace specifically briefing the press, but covering their tracks by being unnamed. And I think that's pretty shocking to people, especially when you realize how many palace sources, palace insiders, senior palace officials, how many quotes have been attributed to those people. Some of the most heinous, horrible things have been said about me and my wife, completely condoned by the palace because it's coming from the palace. And those journalists have literally been spoon-fed that narrative without ever coming to us, without ever seeing or questioning the other side. I strongly believe that the way that the British press is showing itself at the moment is incredibly damaging to the UK. What Meghan had to go through was similar in some part to what Kate and what Camilla went through. Very different circumstances. But then you add in the race element, which was what the British press jumped on straight away. I went into this incredibly naive. I had no idea the British press was so bigoted. Hell, I was probably bigoted before the relationship with Meghan.
You think you were bigoted before the relationship with Meghan?
I don't.
Alright, NGL, I'm a little bummed the US can't crack it, but there is just so much going on. Yeah, politically, there's a lot of things going on in the US. A lot's going on, and people are fighting back. Even those MAGAs are starting to realize what their vote is doing to the country. Some of them, but there are some who's in La La Land still. Okay, there's still time. People do love to watch car crash TV. All right, so person say, okay, Jen, after this, that's said, they can critique it without watching it. They sit on the national television and swear they will not watch it. Then write 5 articles about how bad it is. In the meantime, pay day for Meghan and Harry. I'm telling you, okay, it's moved up again in the UK. It was originally at number 8. Now it's moved up to number 7. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. All right, let's pause that. GIF. I have to say the British media and supporting trolls were so upset at Prince Harry's successful appearances on the Colbert Show and Duchess Meghan's, as well as Meghan's show hitting the top 10 on Netflix around the world and her chocolate selling out. It's made me so giddy. What the F is that? There's a laugh here. Those 2 billion people then give him a home to live in or put food on his table or the freedom he has now. Okay. So she must have responded to someone else, and the person probably removed it, but I don't think it's responding to that. I don't know. Let's pause that. And there are plenty of Americans who are obsessed with putting Meghan down. Certainly, it's absurd. Again, it's the same group, okay? There are some groups who continue the same BS in the UK, from the UK to the US, but the majority of people, I'm in the US, okay? I'm in the US, so I support her. Yes, we have racists in America too. Plenty. Yeah, the MAGAs are like the Tories kind of thing. Pretty obvious these days. On the night President Obama was elected, my husband and I celebrate with champagne, but also said, quote, now watch the racists crawl out from under the woodwork. But I had no idea just how big the blowback from them was going to be. You know what's going on in the US? Unfortunately, I know some people have already responded to that and say, no, have different ideas. They disagree with me pretty much. But because so many things have been done where progress could have been happening, the country had to go, or not had, because we're still in it, have to go through it. because so many people refuse to see reality, and African American keeps on fighting and fighting, and the others who's benefiting from African American battle is like a shield preventing the racists from experience reality. So now that the shield is off, meaning that the 92%ers, African American, decided to step back. They're not getting involved in the politics. However, they're paying attention, okay, taking care of themselves, and when it's time to vote, they go vote the right way again. So while the nonsense that's going on in politics in the US, a lot of racist whites are feeling the burden, the kind of things that African American have been telling them is happening. Okay, so the country had to go through that, and I've said in the past, to move forward. I mean, South Africa is not perfect. Okay, there's no country that's perfect, but we could learn from South Africa. Okay, because they went through a period of brutality, apartheid and things like that. So we could learn from South Africa and see how we could move forward to a certain extent. And the other thing as well, some people may not agree with me. It's okay. I truly believe the continent of Africa is a place where African American can probably be themselves. The other place, I also think that African American can be themselves, but not now, because that country is not ready yet. Okay? But in the future, I could see it, is Haiti. But before the collaboration between African American and Haiti can be made, Haitians, not all, but a good portion of Haitian needs to be educated and understand their history and stop the internal fighting. Once that is done, is well established, the people understand and create a path moving forward, now African American can go and probably do business, help educate some Haitians. Okay, this is not to say Haitians are not educated. There are tons I've worked with, brilliant minds. Instead of using their brilliant minds over here in the US, they could use it in Haiti. Okay? And then Haiti needs to collaborate with Africa and leave their neighbors alone, leave the Europeans alone, maybe have deals and back and forth with China, Japan, other continent, but leave the European alone, because we already see their vision, the way they behave, the sinister. You make a deal with them, it's like you could shake their hand, you think a deal is made, but they cross their fingers behind their back and they backstab you. Okay, so there's plenty of examples of who you could deal with. But African American, I think Haiti could be their partner in the future. But before that partner can be done, is for Haiti to be at peace. And in order for Haiti to be at peace, the people, the Haitian, must understand their history and have a plan moving forward. But right now, it's not the time for African American to deal with Haitian right now. Each one of them needs to establish. And I think right now, African American are getting it together. Okay? They are aligned. They are on the same page. They're moving forward. So the same kind of energy that African American is displaying right now, 2025 in America, Haitians need to do the same. Okay? Once Haitians are aligned and understand, because there have been a lot of Haitian in the US. They deal with a lot of African Americans. So there's this interaction already happened. But the land, the homeland needs to be at peace and be moving forward. There's some videos I have regarding Haiti. I just haven't had time to record them. Okay, so I'm done with this. Let's move on. Next tweet. I have 2 more after that. But for South of America, there's a lot of internal understanding that needs to be done. And also, the Europeans have moved from South America, they're moving up. They already bring their negativity in South America. So the black and brown in South America, they're in deep problem. They need to understand. I don't know. I haven't really looked into too much about South America. There's a lot of countries in South America, but I see. I think I paused for a few. I had to do something. Where was I? I think this was the next tweet. Okay, so now that I'm editing and my son's phone was ringing because he had to go take a test. So, but anyway, let me finish the thought that I had. It's just that South America, the entire continent of South America, the black and brown people have given so much of their progress. In a way, I'm talking from the outside, I'm not from the inside. But from the outside, what I'm seeing is that there are a lot of internal misalignment within their community that needs to be checked. They need to look at themselves. How do they want to move forward? However, the whites from South America have already moved in. They have already established their foundation. Their evil mindset that they're trying to spread around the world, it's already there. Okay? And the problem I see a lot of South American black and brown people are having, they don't recognize themselves for who they truly are. Maybe they do, but again, I'm talking from the outside. From the outside. And the same group of people, when you look at the Cubans, majority of them, they need to do some internal understanding, looking at themselves, see who they truly are. Because what happened in 2024 election pretty much tells you where they align themselves with, and then the other group that they're aligning themselves with don't see them as their own. They see them as others. So this is the problem many minorities are having. And the only group that is not mistaken, okay, is African Americans. They know who they are. Okay, they know they are black. They know white American have issues with them. So this is why the election went the way that it did. When you look at the outcome, the result, 92% voted for the right person. And I think for men, either 80% of black men voted the right way. So there's some internal discussion other minorities needs to do within themselves and move forward. Okay? So let's get back to the original recording. There are levels. There's that. 8.1 million views in the last 48 hours. Just look around the usual average views. They can rig the game, but they can fake influence. Even the relatable event that cost the taxpayers £250,000 with diamond tiaras and slow motion video is 2 million views behind. Okay, the other, I don't know. I think there's some bots involved with the leftovers. The same way they did when Harry and Meghan were on IG, Instagram, the Sussex Royal, and that thing that went on. Nah, there's no way. Absolutely no way. There's no way. Okay, there's some bots involved. Alright, I think the 8.1 million people wanted to see how low and pathetic he has become. They weren't viewing to admire him. I think I responded to that. There's me here. I don't find myself wanting to watch the leftovers. The Rangers are more fans of Harry and Meghan than the Sussex squad. There's me here. Typical Karen behavior. Thanks for watching, and there's all of that. Trust me, those leftovers views won't be legit either. Massage is my guess. Alright, so in my humble opinion, I think it's the same exact thing that they did during the IG Sussex Royal days, but alright. You have to put an asterisk next to the tiara people because they love to use okay, there's that. Because they love to use bats to boost their engagement. Yeah, I think so too. Actually, where did I just respond? It didn't show up. Okay, so there's my thing here. Let me copy it and put it with the other one. I put my thing here, exactly. Let me like it. Let's go back. I need to finish this video. Alright, Harry was always the favorite royal. It's why they are desperate to get him back in the UK. I see in my crystal ball that YouGov is going to rig the game again for the benefit of the British royal family. The 2 million for that relatable event consists of a whole lot of payback. Okay, so I'm not the only one who say that. Is that all that matters to you people? Like and views. There's me here. Well, some of us are just matching the same energy as the derangers. Most of us don't give a F about that. But since many of your kinds love to bring it up, same energy, we're speeding back at you. There's that. Let's block it. We really don't care because we know we watch it just because we want to. But the derangers always bring it up. Create a competition. Nobody cares about the leftovers. Well, not nobody. Majority of the squad don't care about the leftovers. Next tweet, and I have one more. Okay, I've tried to warn people that blessing in Colombia was just a reaffirmation. There's that. Alright, facts. The covering started in Nigeria and was reaffirmed in Colombia. It was enhanced in Lesotho. The ancestors are watching and they've been very busy. When Harry and Meghan goes to those places, the ceremonies that they do, this is what she's making reference to. And I think even in Canada as well. What was it? Seven Nation, I think they were. Let me go look for a picture of that. Let me pause. So I took a screenshot of this. I've already pasted on the tweet. I'm gonna put Harry, Prince Harry and Meghan. And then we will see some pictures. Prince Harry and Meghan. Oh. Then we could get some pictures of that. Image. Alright, those ceremonies like this. Something like that. Let me put gifts. They did send some gifts to Archie and Lili too. Let me see if I see it. Okay, something like that. Alright, they give them something. That's what I'm thinking. You know what? Let me copy this. Put it here. During the Invictus Canada. Anything else? What can I... There's that. Maybe this. Let me put this for more reference. Okay. I think even in Canada as well, with the 7 nations, with a S. There was something I was thinking. Okay, they know. Alright, so there's that. Alright, let's go to, let me read some more. Okay, I read that already. I won't doubt Meghan sent them something for Christmas. So true prayers, there's all of that. And let's not forget the squad as well. A lot of squaddies be putting prayers. Lately I haven't seen any, but past videos I've shared many of the prayers that the squaddies usually put, and I'll put them at the end of my video. So this is my last tweet for this video. Archie and Lili are growing up in a household where they got to see that success comes in many forms and parents who can work independently and together without any jealousy or fear that one will overshadow the other. They are learning that the work will speak for itself. Alright, they will also see they never have to compete with each other or have Lili feel like she has to dim her light because Archie was born first. So happy Harry has been able to break those chains for his children. Also, they see parents loving each other. Those kisses on her show were totally natural. The house is filled with love. Glad they are learning from their parents, work ethics and service spirit, not to sit on inherit wealth, but keep giving back to the community. I can see they are becoming the next generation of people's prince and princess. Alright, so that's that. Please take, let's do a prayer. Prayer for, let's say, world protection. That, with all of us in it, world protection. Alright, let's do this one. Prayer for protection. Lord, I pray for your divine protection upon my life as I embark on this new day. Hold me close to you, keeping away all the harms and dangers that may come my way. Surround me with your shield of protection and strength. Amen. All right, so that is it. I think this is gonna be on this channel, PYTE. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you wanna support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.